Hare Krishna. We're going to see a very interesting story today. After the Mahabharat war gets over, Yudhishthir Maharaj, he is the king of the whole world practically. And at some point, something drastic happens which changes the course of their life. The transformation is when Krishna leaves this world, winds up his pastime, and goes back to the spiritual world. At that time, Yudhishthir Maharaj, he is very, very heartbroken. And the Pandavas, all of them decide that they also want to wind up from this world. And he and his four brothers and Draupadi, uh, they went towards the north, towards Badrikashram. And uh, they reached the peak of the Badrikashram. And as Yudhishthir kept walking to reach the peak of Badrikashram, his brothers and his wife, they all had left somewhere in between. And he found himself alone at the top. There, he found Indra's chariot come to receive him. And he was totally bewildered that his brothers and his wife were not there. The chariot stopped, and Indra invited Yudhishthir to the on the chariot. Yudhishthir Yudhishthir stepped into the chariot of Indra, and he was taken to the heavens. Indra welcomed Yudhishthir to the heavens, and it was obviously, reaching the heavens is not a joke. Not everybody can reach the heavens. When Yudhishthir reached the heavens, he was shocked to see that Duryodhana was there. So Yudhishthir was not sure what is going on. How can this be heaven if Duryodhana is there? And more than that, Yudhishthir couldn't see his family there. So Yudhishthir was thinking, what is this? Where are my brothers? Where is Draupadi? He straight away asked Indra, what is going on here? Indra, he had expected this question from Yudhishthir Maharaj. He called a guard and he told this guard, take Yudhishthir to his brothers. So Yudhishthir followed the guard. The guard took Yudhishthir very far away to a very distant place. And they had to pass through narrow lanes. There were dead bodies of animals all the way. There was a very foul type of stench. And Yudhishthir could hardly breathe over there. They crossed a lake of boiling hot oil. That's when Yudhishthir understood this is no more heaven, this is hell. And he realized his brothers had reached hell. It was very difficult for Yudhishthir to understand it, and he was really losing his mind. And Yudhishthir, as he was in this completely confused state and a completely bewildered state, he heard the voices of his brothers and his wife, Bhima, Arjun, Nakul, Sahadev, um, Draupadi, and he found all of them there in the hell, and he was totally bewildered. How could it be possible that he had reached the heavens and they reached hell? And he stopped the guard and he said, if my brothers and my wife, my family is here in hell, I cannot live in the heavens. I also want to stay in hell. The moment Yudhishthir said that, everything changed. The entire hellish atmosphere disappeared, the stinking smell disappeared, the boiling oil disappeared, and everything was replaced by a very fragrant atmosphere, very beautiful atmosphere. And in front of Yudhishthir was standing Yamaraj himself. Dharmaraj, Yamaraj was standing over there. And Yamaraj tells Yudhishthir, this was only a test, Yudhishthir. And he said, I created an illusion just to test your love for your family. I wanted to see firsthand what kind of bond you all have. And I had heard so much about your bond. But today, having seen you and your decision, you have passed this test. And I am very proud to say that I know you. And he said, Yamaraj continued. He said, I've come here to personally bless you. You and your brothers and Draupadi are actually rightful residents of the heavens. You have been great and ideal king, and you have been an ideal brother, an ideal human being. Yamaraj disappeared, and Yudhishthir was reunited with his family. He couldn't bear one moment of separation from his family. What do we understand from this story? This is a very interesting story and many things to understand. Hell and heaven is determined by who is around you. Um, our experiences of life shape the way we look at life, and they are shaped by the company that we keep. Anything can be tolerated as long as you have good company. And if you don't have good company, the best of experiences will become futile and will become intolerable. In the company of good people, you will feel strength, you will feel elevated, you will feel support for your ambitions, you will feel comfort when you get broken. When you surround yourself by bad company, they will point out your weaknesses. They will laugh at your ambitions. They will leave you when you are at your lowest. All relationships in this world are about shared emotions. Love between people, it increases the moment they share their emotions with one another. Yudhishthira Maharaj had invested so much love in this relationship with his brothers and his wife that he didn't want to let go even after death. There are some bonds that live beyond death, and there are some bonds that break on a daily basis. Most of us have experienced both type of bonds. There are bonds that strengthen on a daily basis. It makes us stronger. It makes us more powerful. And there are bonds that weaken us on a daily basis. All of us are created by the kind of people that we associate with. You are an average of 5 people you associate with. Choose those 5 people very carefully. Yudhishthir Maharaj had chosen his 5 people very carefully. And it is said you become the average of the 5 people that you associate with the most. So we all have to realize who are those 5 people that we want to hang around with the most. Even among devotees, you should choose the best 5 devotees you want to hang around with. We cannot choose. We obviously we're not Krishna that we can associate with hundreds and thousands of people and have unique relationship with all of them. We have very limited capacities and we have very limited time. Therefore, choose the 5 people you want to hang around with the most very wisely. As I said, even among devotees, there are thousands and thousands of devotees. You have to choose the 5 people that you want to hang around with very carefully. And those 5 people will shape you. Those 5 people will determine what kind of a devotee you become. Those 5 people will determine how fast or how slow you progress in your spiritual journeys. Those 5 people will determine how much love you develop for Krishna or you don't develop for Krishna. Company is very important. Sattvagun, Rajagun, Tamagun, all of it is determined by the kind of company that you have. If you are in the wrong kind of association, even if it is devotee association, you might not exactly develop Sattvagun in your consciousness. Therefore, it is very important that we learn from this very instructive and a very powerful story from the Mahabharata that we choose our company wisely. The only choice that we really have in our life is to choose our company, and everything else is determined based on that choice. So let us all meditate on this beautiful story and try to make choices in such a way that our consciousness gets elevated on a daily basis and it does not get degraded on a daily basis. Thank you very much. Hare Krishna.